At APS, we envision a world powered 100% by clean energy, and we are committed to doing our part to help small businesses across Arizona. The Going Green, Going Smart program is designed to arm you with tools to save money, save energy, and attract new customers to your small business. The COVID-19 pandemic has had unprecedented impacts to our economy and especially our small business community. And this program is designed to help you take your small business to the next level and come back even stronger. You will learn how to build a sustainability plan, create an energy audit checklist, as well as a green marketing plan through our on-demand training program. You'll earn the certificate in less than 60 minutes, and it's free of charge. So please be sure to visit greenbizaz.com for a list of resources and scheduled events.
Hey there, and welcome to the Going Green and Going Smart program. I am Jasmine Mosqueda, and I'm excited to have you here with us today. Today's conversation is all about how small businesses can shake up their plastic habits and make a dent in their carbon footprint. We've got a fantastic guest lined up who's got some awesome insights and practical tips to share with you. And hey, stick around till the end because we've got a special presenter who's going to expand your mind with revolutionary compostable materials that are changing the packaging game for all businesses everywhere. If this is your first time hanging out with us, a big warm welcome. I'm happy to have you. These expert sessions are all about giving you an understanding on how to become a greener business, and they are a perfect match for our on-demand certificate program. If you haven't checked out the certificate course yet, no worries. I'll give you all the details at the end of today's session. Our mission is simple. We are here to help small businesses across Arizona save money, save some cash, and grow sustainability with all the cool resources and training we've created for the Going Green and Going Smart program. So let's jump right in. I would like you to keep this question in your mind as we go through our conversation today. How is your small business currently dealing with plastic? Okay, let's kick things off with some jaw-dropping facts about plastic and their impact on our environment. 8.3 billion metric tons. Since 1950, humans have churned out a whopping 8.3 billion metric tons of plastic. And get this, it is expected to quadruple by 2050. 5 trillion plastic bags. Yep, you heard that right. This year alone, we are looking at a mind-boggling 5 trillion plastic bags being gobbled up worldwide, adding to our ever-growing pollution problem. Microplastics. Our oceans, they are swimming in trouble with a whopping 8.3 million pieces of microplastics per cubic meter of water, spelling disaster for marine life. Containers. Think about it. Millions of plastic bottles, disposable cups, and straws are being chucked out daily, contributing to the plastic pollution nightmare. Daily life. Even the little things add up, like toothbrushes. With billions sold worldwide annually, it is no wonder plastic waste is piling up. But let's talk about solutions. Here are some practical tips to tackle this challenge head on. 1. Remove personal trash bins. Check up your disposal habits by centralizing recycling points. Opt for eco-friendly alternatives whenever you're stocking up on office supplies and essentials. 3. Ditch disposable items. Say goodbye to single-use and hello to reusable policies for food and drink containers. 4. Be selective about your plastic. Choose your plastics wisely based on necessity and durability. 5. Consider pre-owned equipment. Cut down on plastic waste by giving pre-loved furniture and electronics a new lease on life. And 6. Audit regularly. Keep tabs on your consumption habits and make tweaks to stay true to your sustainability goals. And let's switch gears and dive into our panel discussion. It is time to meet our awesome guest. Plastic pollution affects us all, and it is crucial for small businesses to understand its impact on the environment. Let's meet our guest who is actively working to make a difference. Sergio Urquidi, co-founder of HS Ecolife LLC. His company is a green distributor of eco-friendly compostable food containers located in Sunland Park, New Mexico, and with a strong presence in Phoenix, Arizona. With a passion for environmental sustainability, Sergio is dedicated to educating businesses about the importance of eliminating plastic containers, major polluters of our land and oceans. His company offers a green alternative with compostable food containers made from organic materials like sugarcane bags. And prior to his role at HS Ecolife, Sergio enjoyed a successful career as a national journalist and news anchor for 35 years with Univision Communications, including time as a respected news anchor in Phoenix, Arizona. His bilingual and bicultural skills make him an effective advocate for green solutions in the small business community. Welcome, Sergio. Bienvenido.
It is an honor being here and also to share, our experiences. And you're doing a great job, and I praise all the good work you're doing. Definitely, for sure. Thank you.
It's great to see you, Sergio. Thank you for those words. And let's dive right in. Share with us the inspiration behind starting HS Ecolife and your mission to promote eco friendly food containers.
Well, it's funny because it all started while I was working at the Univision anchoring the news a few years ago. I We decided to do a series on recycling.
Mhm.
It was going to be just a 1 or 2 day series, and I got so much into it. It was mainly explaining to people what was recycling and how to do the recycling properly. So I dived into it, and I got so much material that it turned out to be a 5 part series,
Wow.
and it was so successful, and it was liked so much by our audience in Phoenix that it actually gave us an Emmy. We won an Emmy for that documentary series, and that was the kind of like the brainstorming to open our company. I said, like, there's actually nothing that could you know for people to really learn about the options on alternatives to plastics. And from Phoenix, I actually finished my contract there in Phoenix, and I went to San Diego, California, also to keep working as an anchor, but this time in San Diego for Univision. And that's when we decided to open the company. At that point, the city of San Diego was introducing new laws,
Mhm.
and it was banning restaurants, cafeterias, and hospitals, and all kinds of businesses from the use of plastics. So we actually jumped into the wagon, and we said, let's just see if we can contribute to this. And we decided to open the business with HS Ecolife, which is the alternative to all those plastics, clamshells, bowls, cups, cutlery, all those kind of things. And that's how the company began in San Diego, California. Then we stayed there for 2 years. The pandemic hit everybody, and we decided to move the company to a place that would be more kind of like uh, getting more. How do you call it? We opened the cone of opportunity to the whole.
Trailblazing.
Exactly. And that's why we decided to move to Salem Park, New Mexico, which is a suburb of El Paso, Texas. We're actually across the border from Juarez, which is in Mexico, Juarez, Chihuahua. And we also have more accessibility to the rest of the country offering our products.
It is impressive, and congratulations on starting this movement. There are a lot of things that we don't know. And talking about things that we don't know, what are some of the most common misconceptions that businesses may have about compostable containers? Maybe they think it's too expensive. And how do you address these misconceptions?
Well, most of all, our job, more than introducing and trying to make business with this kind of containers, is educating the public about exactly what you described at the beginning of the program. The contamination, the pollution, the presence of plastics, and all that. So the only obstacle that we found and we keep finding is that. Our containers are a little bit more pricey in comparison to what like styrofoam and plastics and all that. And when you have a small business, it is very difficult because you have a budget that you
Yes.
have to follow. So we try to give them some incentives, like for example, we'll for example sacrifice our profit if it's a smaller business that would like to get into the use this kind of containers. We'll just give them some breaks on pricing. It is practically impossible to get equal with the plastics and the styrofoam, but we
Mhm.
try to convince them. And we've had a couple of businesses that decided to just perhaps maybe uh, work on their menu and increase their menu items, let's say 5 cents or 10 cents or something like that. That's the way, we're trying to see if we could get the smaller businesses, the smaller restaurants, because we have actually less problems with the bigger restaurants, the restaurants that have, let's say, three or four of them within the city. They have a little bit more of a leverage
Mhm.
uh, on spending on our containers. And those are the restaurants that were actually hitting the most at the moment because they have more accessibility. But everybody's welcome to come and join us, and we're willing to work with them, some sort of discounts, pricing, and all that. And we also have a very strong presence in Phoenix. And people can always, go to our website, hsecolife.com, and
Mhm.
you'll have there the different choices on what can they get. And if they would like to get some discounts or anything like that, we're more than welcome to talk to them either by email or by phone.
Of course, and I agree. It goes back to education. Consumers, as business owners, need to be educated on the options that they have. Can you share with us any stories of success, examples of businesses that have successfully transitioned?
You know something? It just came to my mind. One of the examples that you gave at the beginning of the show was the micro, let's
Microplastics.
say, microplastic. Exactly. Those microplastics, that's a subject that I've discussed with the restaurants, and people are just completely, unaware that this was happening. And what going a little bit more in depth into why it's so damaging and so dangerous to have those microplastics on the waters is that um, people don't realize that. Nowadays having there's more cancers, there's more sickness, digestive problems and all those kind of things, and it's simply by eating the food that used to be healthier before
Mhm.
all this microplastics being in the water. Why? Because fish, crustaceans, all the seafood, for example, that ends up on our table, it's already bringing all those microplastics
Yes.
within their the meat, and that's exactly what is going into our bodies. For example, people can say, for example, well, I don't I'm very good at my diet. I follow the doctor's orders. I eat well and all that. But even if you eat well, unfortunately, sometimes, within the most healthier of fish that you might buy, there's already microplastics in
Yep.
there. So when we tell this to people, to restaurants, to make them aware, they're all surprised. They were not aware of this kind of things, and that's kind of the things that we try to tell people, to tell restaurants, to tell cafeterias, to tell the people that what's really going on with their food. And it's just like it's incredible, all that pollution. It's on our table.
It is. That is very true. What are some of the feedback that you hear from your own consumers about your product?
Well, so far it's been fantastic. Uh, they are. the nicest thing is that when people ask for, let's say, a container to go, they have some leftovers from their meal. And when they come and they give them or their food, their leftovers, their doggy bags on our containers, the organic made containers, people are, that's kind of like awakens more interest on people because they're not seeing the styrofoam. They say like, "Oh my God, you have this kind of containers now. It's nice." And then sometimes it's a topic of discussion right there, even with the waiters about like containers that they're given them. That and they asked like, "How do I dispose of this container?" It's like, well, you can just simply, dispose it the way you do it, and this will eventually disintegrate. I mean, the proper thing, more than just throw it away on a trash, is to have it on a compost process. But not everybody has a compost process. I mean, we encourage people to do that. Yeah, there's a lot of education also on the internet, online, about how to compost your leftovers at home or leftovers at the restaurant and all that. And you can do your tiny little thing. You can do it, at home, composting, and you can add those containers into that compost and just leave it there. It'll completely disintegrate and it'll just become again part of the earth.
Thank you, Sergio. People who like gardening can really take advantage of this option. But what would be your advice for business owners who are interested in adopting a more sustainable packaging solution and are unsure where to start?
Well, I think the best way to start is just giving it a try. There's a lot of varieties. There's a lot of different sizes, shapes, and all that. But basically, what businesses are doing right now is that, for example, sometimes they would like to buy all the sizes, all the varieties, and all that. But our advice is just to start little. Let's say by one of the containers or two of the containers. Give it a try. Let's say with 6 by 6, which is the smaller one, square one, or give it a try with 9 by 6, which is a rectangular one.
Mhm.
Those are the most popular ones, and let's see how it goes. We encourage them to try them, to give it a try for a couple of weeks, and then most of the time we've never had anybody that will come back to us is like, something, I don't like them, I'm going to go back to plastic. They don't work. They actually do. I mean, they come back to us and they come back with more encouragement to introduce better. Like, for example, they asked us, well, do you have any bowls, do you have any cups, do you have anything like that? It's just little by little. It's just like they'll be adjusting their budgets by just starting just for one or two, and then by then, they just keep continue to doing so. And no matter how big the change will be, is just the point here is just they're contributing to the environment. They're contributing to less pollution, not only on our landfills but also in our ocean.
Thank you, Sergio. That's right. You've given us enough tips to start somewhere. And it doesn't matter if it's small or big, but it's about starting today. And looking ahead, what do you envision for the future of sustainable packaging in the food industry? And how do you see HS Ecolife contributing to the new vision?
Well, right now, what we're trying to do is that when we do our ads, we're using right now Instagram, we're using Facebook. By the way, we're also on Instagram as HS Ecolife LLC. That's where we're on Instagram. And also, we're on Facebook as HS Ecolife. We try to not only make it look like an advertising, but to give a little bit of tips when we actually uh, do our advertising. We just tell people facts like the ones you just gave at the beginning of the program. Like, do you know that 300,000 tons of plastics are now polluting our Earth, for example, and that's, for example, equals to the weight of all the population in the world. Those kind of tips, for example, we give them away on when we advertise. So people just to be aware of why it's important to use this kind of containers instead of plastics. And I think it's just the future. It's just a matter of making more and more people aware of the problem of plastics. The only thing that we have against us right now, and the people like us that we're trying to introduce this kind of containers into the market, is the price. The price. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that literally, little by little, we will be, starting to get equal with the plastic. Hopefully, we'll be able to find, better ways to make it cheaper than plastics, and I think that's the key.
Well, thank you, Sergio. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Is there something that you would like to remind the audience about or something you'd like to add?
Well, I just would like to add that just for people to think it twice, for the people who watch this, for the small businesses, for the restaurants, for the cafeterias, for the hospitals, that they're not only helping the environment, but they're helping our future. They're helping the to stop, the pollution that it's actually growing, at a big range right now in our country. That's the only thing that I could say.
Thank you so very much, Sergio, for all your invaluable insights. And to our amazing viewers, I truly hope that this session has left you feeling informed and fired up.
You're very welcome. It's been a pleasure.
Did you know that half of the plastic pollutants in the ocean comes from takeout food containers like this ones? Like the ones that people toss on the beaches like this one. But you can make a big difference. How? By changing your habits and start using compostable takeout food containers. These ones are made from sugarcane bagasse, like the ones we sell at HS Ecolife. Go and visit our site, hsecolife.com, or give us a call. We'll be there for you.
Head over to greenbizac.com to catch a replay of today's session and dive deeper into our Going Green and Going Smart certificate program. It's your gateway to unlocking a world of energy-saving possibilities and shaping a brighter future for your business. Here is a sneak peek at what awaits you. Ready to take your business to the next level? Enroll in our program and start a course towards sustainability while uncovering key strategies for slashing energy costs. With flexible learning options, you are just a step away from embracing a greener tomorrow. Here is what you'll gain. Master the fundamentals of sustainability and unveil energy-saving tactics. Implement sustainable practices that pack a punch. Supercharge your business with energy audits and savvy green marketing strategies. Score exclusive access to APS rebates that'll sweeten the deal. Complete the entire course in a breezy 60 minutes. Showcase your dedication with a prestigious Going Green and Going Smart certificate. Let's work together and create a greener, cleaner future for Arizona. Keep the conversation going using hashtag GreenBizAZ and stay tuned for our next exciting expert session. Thank you for tuning in today. Until next time.